In the heart of Africa, nestled among the rolling hills of Mukunda village, tradition reigned supreme. Here generations of men had ruled with unquestioned authority, their dominance woven into the very fabric of daily life. But one woman dared to unravel that thread. Her name was Zawadi Tembo, and she would come to be known as the one who turned an entire village's belief system on its head. It wasn't just her strength that set her apart, it was her defiance. She grew up in a world that told her what she couldn't do. A woman must know her place, they'd say. Yet, Zawadi seemed born to defy every expectation. The turning point came during a heated dispute between her family and the Kiboko clan, who claimed ownership of her late father Jabari's land. The village had gathered at Umoja grounds to watch the argument unfold. Baraka Kirogo, a towering enforcer from Kiboko, stepped forward with an air of authority. He believed his size and reputation would silence the Tembo family. But Zawadi refused to be intimidated. Her voice cut through the murmurs like a blade. This land is ours. We will not be bullied into submission. Baraka's laughter echoed, deep and mocking, as he challenged her to back her words with action. To everyone's shock, Zawadi accepted. Women gasped, men chuckled, and elders shook their heads in disbelief. A woman in a fight? It was unheard of. What followed was a clash no one could have predicted. Baraka was larger, stronger, but Zawadi was quicker, sharper, and most importantly, fearless. With a mixture of agility and determination, she dodged his blows and landed her own with precision. In a matter of minutes, Baraka was on the ground, his defeat etched into the stunned faces of the crowd. This victory was more than a fight, it was a statement. Zawadi had shattered the village's long-held belief that women were weaker, incapable of standing toe-to-toe with men. But her triumph came with consequences. Word of her victory spread quickly, and with it came a wave of challenges. Men from Mukunda and even neighboring villages arrived, each confident they could bring Zawadi to her knees. One by one they fell. Otieno Mbeo, the village's strong man, was among them. His defeat was particularly symbolic. He was the embodiment of traditional masculinity, a man whose strength was his pride. But even he couldn't match Zawadi's unyielding resolve. For Zawadi, these fights weren't just about proving her strength. They were battles for respect, for survival, and for a place in a world that had tried to silence her. She fought with the weight of generations on her shoulders, challenging not just the men who stepped into the ring, but the very notion of what women could achieve. Yet with each victory, tension grew. Many villagers admired her bravery, whispering her name with reverence. Others, especially the powerful elders, saw her as a threat to their way of life. Nzi Kofi Tor, one of the few elders who supported her, warned her of the backlash to come. "Your strength frightens them, Zawadi," he said. "But it also inspires." The ultimate test of Zawadi's resolve came when Simu Langat, a renowned fighter from the distant Nikado Hills, was brought in. His arrival was a spectacle, the village square packed with people eager to see the battle. Simu was everything her previous opponents were not: cunning, calculated, and brutal. The fight was unlike anything the village had ever seen. Blow after blow, Zawadi endured, her determination unyielding. The crowd held its breath as the battle reached its climax. In a stunning move, Zawadi outmaneuvered Simu, delivering a final strike that left him defeated. Her victory over Simu was more than just another fight. It was a turning point, a moment that forced the village to confront the deep-seated biases they had clung to for generations. Zawadi Tembo's story didn't end with her fights. Her legacy lived on in the women who saw her as a symbol of what was possible. She became more than a fighter, she became a movement, a challenge to the status quo, and a testament to the power of resilience. Zawadi Tembo's story is one of courage and defiance, of a woman who refused to be defined by her circumstances. She taught us all that strength isn't confined by tradition, and that the will to fight for what's right can change the course of history.